Hello again, and welcome to the third mission of episode 3, the Vaults of Zin, a level created by American McGee, who also, of course, went on to do American McGee's Alice, and there was another Alice game I can't quite remember the name of, Madness Returns, but we'll jump right into this level. 47 enemies on this level in Hardened Nightmare, about 40% of which are zombies, so you need a plentiful supply of the grenades and rocket launchers, even though I don't think that's available at this point in the level. Also 3 secrets in the level, the first of which you saw me jump down and pick up at the start there, the health booster, which arguably could have been saved until later on when things are going to get a little bit dicier. I do run through this level relatively fast. It was one of the ones that, you know, presented the most difficulty in getting a good recording of, just purely due to my own deaths more than anything. Not that there's a especially large number of enemies or whatnot, but there's, well, you know, there's 2 shamblers, 5 fiends. That's a fairly high proportion of, you know, the later enemy types you expect to see in clusters. But luckily that quad damage pickup you saw me get, which isn't even a secret, it's just a sort of well-hidden alcove in the wall, allows ripping past these first few ogres, you know, not much of a challenge whatsoever. Even with a standard nail gun and a quad damage, you really don't take much to ice them down. Here you'll drop into a section with 3 fiends. This bit's quite deadly, so I do a bit of cheesing, you know, chucking off the grenades from the high balcony. Unfortunately, getting a bit of splashback damage, which has a surprising vertical range. You know, it's difficult to judge the splash damage of the grenades, and I suppose to some extent the rockets, although it's a lot more difficult to work with the grenades, given they can bounce about somewhat randomly. Through this secret area, you'll see me pick up another one of those rings of invisibility, which never too useful. Fantastic items in multiplayer Quake matches, of course, where you want to make every effort to ambush people, and, well, my memories of playing online Quake are anything to go by, either dousing them in rockets, or if you're playing one of the later Quake levels, or Quake games, sorry, using the railgun. But snipers I've never been a fan of, so I always stayed away from that, and just usually walked into people with shotguns. Again, not quite realising the full extent of the backsplash, if you will, damage from the grenade. Trying to sneakily throw them around corners. Very great for indirect fire. The only real indirect option you have in Quake, unless you know, you can perhaps shoot a rocket down to the end of a corridor. But they are fantastic for the way you can just bounce them around corners and take away any threats lingering around. Although they do a surprisingly reduced amount of damage to shamblers, as you'll see me demonstrate just near the end of this video. Through to the right there's the gold key door, but we'll need to pick up the actual gold key to progress. Opening that switch there opens a few alcoves, most of which have a zombie situated in them. So it's just a matter of sweeping up the remains before pushing the other switch that was exposed. Swiftly done. This will open up the floor and a path to the gold key. Unfortunately, also a path to the first shambler of the level, who I'm going to cheese like a horrible Quake player here, just because by this point I'd probably ran through at least up to this section in the level close to 10 times. I mean, it really was, of all the levels I've done so far, probably the one that took the longest. Second shambler gets spawned when you grab the gold key down there. Cheese him a little bit, just draw the melee attack, and then finish him off. Of course, when he gets a bit too happy with the lightning, all too easy to whip out the shotgun and sort of go blind round the corner, and that way you'll reset his firing animation, mop up this last ogre, and that'll be the end of the level.